My question, or it's not a question, it's a comment. I just love that you were brave enough to do this. If anyone's ever done the 48 hours, it's wonderful. It's a thrill, it's marvelous. And to step up and say, this is what happened to us, this is how it worked. So this group, they showed their film, and somehow or another, the editor, right? The editor did not, the sound guy, he messed up, he left, and things became, what? Chaotic.
Some of the
So
sound
it was bad. But they still showed their film. Their film was, and they showed it, and we understood what was going on because we're educated people, and we could feel the film, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful film, but things weren't good. And to pull this off and to show this is what it's about, this is the behind the scenes of what could have happened. It was a good story. It was well acted and beautiful. The bear guy was great. Everything was a good story. So thank you so much for doing this and sharing with us the process.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to add to that, having done 48. Jessica, your voice narrated it, right?
Yes.
I'm in love with your voice.
It was good.
Thank you.
That's number one. Number two, I saw the film. It was adorable. Did you plan this?
No.
During that you were going to do behind the scenes?
Well, it started with Sheridan inviting me and the crew to be behind the scenes. And then as I was filming, I started to think, this could very well be a documentary about the process. Because so far I haven't seen anybody done something like that. And I thought, well, why not? So then after I started editing, I brought it up to Sheridan and I said, look, I'm interested in a documentary about this. Why not? Let's give it that angle, And I really liked, I tried to tie the story of, Charlie trying to find her niche with us also as filmmakers trying to find our niche. So I kind of try to put that, that similarity between the fiction and the reality that we all are looking for something. We are looking for that dream, so.
Well, the way you intertwined the narrative versus the documentary, and each character, even though it was, see, I hate going to Q&As and people talk and don't ask questions, so I apologize. But I love the way you intertwined because each character still came through in this film.
Oh, that's
so. Tell us about your experience. Sheridan is the director of the narrative and how this all came together.
Well, honestly, I can't complain. We had a great team and we all gelled. There was no way for us to predict this sound catastrophe. I wouldn't have hired him if I knew he couldn't do his job. But
Exactly.
But Sharon, tell them how after 48 you did get the sound perfected, and they can Google the film, Counting on Floyd, and watch it now, and the sound has been restored, not to our best, best capacity.
it's been improved.
It was
Let's
salvaged,
just say
yes.
It's been improved.
Yes, we used the mic from the camera and sound, which wasn't as bad as we thought, so we could salvage it. Yes.
And I feel like them that I thought the story was really good, very well written considering the restrictions of the 48. And I wanted the documentary to give it that, it's kind of like a second breath of air. Like I just wanted it to give it the importance that it deserved. And that's why I used the documentary also to kind of highlight the story. Yeah.
And so what's the most important job? The editor, the writer, or the sound person?
In the documentary or the feature?
And everything.
We're all in it for each other. We all help each other out.
A little bit of everything. One can't go without the other.
Right.
That's right.
Yes, you have to have a writer to write the story.
Every writer, sound, editor, filmmaker.
They're all important.
We're all important.
It's like a well-oiled machine that has to work.
Yes.
Any more? So I stepped in a little late, but I have a few questions. I've made several films, but I've never done the 48-hour film fest.
Do it.
Do all y'all think it's something that actually helped you when you're making a different film, not under a time crunch?
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
time crunch is good, actually, in some ways. You learn a lot. You just get in there and you tell the story. You don't have a lot of time to think about, should we do it this way, should we do it that way? So a lot of, I think, natural acting can come out of that.
And as an actor, the morning, you get to film the morning of, usually, of the film that you're gonna do, and you have to just read the script and make yourself, put that character in yourself, and really quickly. You don't have time to think about it. So it really teaches you how to do it on the fly, and when you do have the time to study, that's how much the better, you know?
And then for Sheridan and Jess, like, as filmmakers, not actors, is it beneficial to do something like that?
You want to answer that? Because I got an answer for that.
Absolutely.
There is, go ahead.
It's a process, and it can be a learning opportunity. And myself could act as a mentor for aspiring filmmakers to possibly continue their career, continue their passion. 48 can be a stepping stone for many people.
Cool.
I also think that there is a phrase by Orson Welles that says, the enemy of art is the lack of limitations. And actually, I agree with that. The 48, there's so many limitations that it really forces you to think creatively in a short amount of time, and that sometimes produces the most amazing work because you have that limitation.
Cool.
Sometimes I feel that having all the money and having all the time might not always work as well as maybe having less of everything, and then coming up with something good in such a short,
Yeah.
time. That's it.
That's cool. It also forces you to be creative as possible, because you have your limitations, as you said, and you only have those parameters.
What were the, what's like a prop, a line, genre?
It had to be a line of dialogue,
Line
right?
dialogue, prop.
In a character.
What were they for the
Ours was
film?
family film.
The genre was family film. Trash can was a
Trash
prop.
can was a
Okay.
prop.
And we're going,
And
this was the line.
Going paperless.
the line was going paperless, and then the character was you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
She was a reporter.
The
I was the
character,
Yeah, the
yes.
name of the character.
By the name of the character.
All the films have to do that the same?
Yeah, they have to have
Oh,
that.
they all have
Yes.
They all do the same exact thing.
Exactly the
Yeah,
same.
different,
Yeah.
yes.
Different genres. Yeah, they pull different genres.
Okay.
Same line of dialogue.
Three elements. The genres are blindly pulled out of the hat, so you don't know what genre you're going to get.
So it's like a room of filmmakers and they call you up and
And
they're
they all
like, they
pull their
pull
own.
your genre? Huh,
Right,
interesting.
right.
Cool. Are y'all gonna do it again?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Jerry?
Yeah.
Yeah? Question to that?
Question.
Yes.
This is for anyone who has never participated in a 48 before. What would be like your number one recommendation for someone who's never experienced but wants to get involved?
Plan.
Yes.
Before you get anything?
Plan.
Plan parts, I
It's fun and you just do it and it's
Just do it.
exhilarating.
And if you want to get involved, come to the 48-hour meetups beforehand. And you can meet filmmakers and actors and PAs and editors, and you can get involved however you choose to. You can make that choice ahead of time.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the beginning part of the choosing the random items. But I would think that if you already have a team of people put together before entering the contest, and you already have like some kind of locations that you think might be in the drawing, like kind of have like already in mind, like, maybe an indoor, another location, something to kind of like help you build it, to have those things ahead of time kind of secured, so that way you're not just thrown in there, without nothing.
Yeah, to piggyback off her, it's good to have as many options as you possibly can ahead of time. Yes, you can't, according to the rules, you can't really, start ahead of time, but because you don't know what you're starting on. But you can plan ahead of time A, B, and C.
Right.
In case you get this, in case you get this, in case you get this. So it just helps out, kind of trajectory, tentative trajectory going on.
And I'll say one other thing that I think is good about the 48. A lot of filmmakers, they'll procrastinate. I have this idea, I have this script, but, I've got to get this person, it'll never happen. well, you know what, you sign up to do the 48, it's gonna happen.
Yes.
So, and whether it gets screened in the 48 or not, it's still a film. So whether you win anything or not in the 48, it's still something that you were able to produce. And
And
you
you
can
can
then,
show it.
right, you can show it,
Absolutely.
right. So
Yeah.
it's a great experience.
How many of us have done 48s or will participate in them?
A lot of y'all.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
Right.
Even behind the scenes with Kriegers
Yeah.
and Victoria.
And it's all a learning experience. So,
How many have you done, Rhonda?
oh gosh, I
I
guess.
think
how
more
many-
than anybody.
Oh, I don't know.
In here, in here.
Maybe 7?
Oh,
I'll have to go back and
Cool. Any more?
So we want to thank Jessica.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
guys.
much.
Thank you.